Hello everybody. Quick tip I thought would be interesting. This is something I was just working on in my kitchen plan I'm doing for a client, and I realized I didn't have this stove in my template file. And just so you know, my template file is just a file I keep on my desktop that I use for everything, and I'll show you what it looks like. I keep it read only. This is what's in it. I got everything I need to use for 1 foot equals 10-inch scale site plan. That would be like this group of things: dimensions, text, leaders, a legend, line types, and all those line types are on layers. One thing I have set up, my double click actions. When I double click on something, you can see that right now I'm on the structure layer, and let's just say I want to go to this property line. I want to use this property line. I want to double click it. Okay, and look what's happened. I'm now on the property line, and I was in the line draw command. In fact, I was in a P line or a polyline draw command because that particular line's a polyline. Now I'll double click this next line, this setback line, which is not a polyline. Watch what happens. Double click, draw. That way I don't have to go click a layer and then put myself on a layer, then go up and put myself and pick the command. I've eliminated the need for that because I have all of my layers right here in my drawing. Anytime I want to draw something, if I want to draw a wall, I just go to the wall and double click it. I'm in the drawing command. So I'll show you how that looks in the CUI. Takes a second to get over there. Okay, and then these double click actions over here. Select that, expand it, and then if I do, you can go through and program each of these. So let's just go to the line one that I had. Open that up, and here's the name of the command that I have in there. I'm not going to go through the details of how to set this up, but these should already be in there, and then you can enter over here whatever you want to put. So here you can see I have underscore AI underscore MOLC semicolon and then the line command. So whenever I double click a line, it puts me on that layer, make objects layer current, and puts me into the line command so that I'm actually beginning to draw a line. I don't have to go to the toolbars and select the icon for the command. It's just built in to my double click. Let's do a polyline. So I'm going to find down the polyline command. It's right here. I'll show you what that looks like. This is a polyline match DRSW. So then what that does is draws a polyline that matches the polyline selected, and I've labeled it that. Here it is, underscore AI underscore make object layer current MOLC semicolon P line. That's the polyline command. Let's see, if I select text, let's show you what's in that one real quick. So if I select text, I'm automatically in the DD edit. So it's Control C underscore DD edit dialog for the edit, text edit. It bumps me into that. And also another one that would be handy for you to know about is dimension. Dimension is text edit. So whenever I'm in a text, I text edit. Multi-line. If I double click on a multi-leader, you'll see that I'm in the dialog box for editing text, and it's my dynamic. It's the text editor. It's not just the text edit. Oh, by the way, I have the same one for where's it at? Text. All the way up here. So text. Same one. Text. Multi-line text. mtext is the same exact command as the DD edit. And the reason that is, if you edit something and then you Control Enter, you're still in the command, so you can go select the next piece of text, also speeding up your productivity. And the other thing that I wanted to show you that was really important was a moment ago I didn't realize that I did not have this in my template, this particular block, which is a stove. And as you can see, it's a dynamic stove, so I can make it. I usually leave my stoves at 2 foot 2 inches, and a little bit less than 30 inches wide. But you can see that if I wanted to stretch that and then add a couple more things, it would do that. But for the most part, this is a generic stove, and I wanted to just have it in my template file so that when I'm drawing in my drawing space, this is 1/4 inches a foot, this is 120 inches in 10 feet, so that's that scale. And those are just like the frames where they punch through the sheet. So anyway, I realized I didn't have that, and I had brought it into this file that I'm working on. I'm doing a kitchen remodel, and I'm giving them like 5 options of that kitchen remodel. So what I'm doing is I just took this one and I went to my window and said tile vertically, so I put both drawings right next to each other, and then I just grabbed this, and I grabbed not a grip but just some of the geometry on it and just dragged it over into my other drawing over here and dropped it. See how it automatically makes a copy when you do that? Then I went back and I saved this drawing, and then when it was closed, then I went back to the drawing icon on the desktop and reset it to read only, because I don't want to modify this file. I want to open this file and then save it as my new drawings, but I never want to modify this, other than adding the necessary items for all the drawings I need. So now this has actually already been done. You can see I put it in there. And now what I'm going to do is just close this file, and you'll see if I try to save it, it's like you can't, it's write protected. That's because I did that on the desktop in the properties prior to opening it for this demonstration, but this is what I had to do. I just turned that read only off in order to add that item and save it in there. So now I can close that one, don't save it, and maximize this one, and here I'm in my kitchen, and later on I'll show you how to do this fancy rotate that I've got here on my grips toolbar menu, but that's for another time. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and remember, AutoCAD is your tool, so keep it sharp.